What's up, everybody? Welcome to the studio.
Show. Welcome.
Today we're going to do a little bit of a rant discussion.
Yes.
We have recently, since I've started coming home for good and realizing that I need to get my health in order, I'm not getting any younger, got grandkids to worry about, and I got a job to go look for. I need to lose some weight and get back into shape.
Go to a gym, start lifting weights, maybe some CrossFit.
Yes. So as much as I hate to say what it is, we're going to call it, we're on a fitness journey. Because I hate the words.
Oh, I even started going to the gym again.
We're back at the gym. We're going back to the gym. Oh yeah, I'm just getting back into it. I hate that. Because, I mean, so many weightlifters and training people that work out, except for the truly good, dedicated people. But that's one thing you always say. You see somebody like, oh man, I haven't seen you forever. How's it going? He's like, oh, I'm just getting back at it.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
And it's all the time.
So many people.
So, we're going to give our little rant. We're going to get a little talk to say what's going on, and we're going to get into it.
Yeah, we're going to talk gym stuff.
So, stay tuned. All right.
Welcome back.
So, we rejoined our fitness journey.
Yes.
It is a little heartbreaking because you do say getting back at it. You hate saying that.
Now, in fairness, consistent, and I'm talking consistent workouts, not like a week in the gym or a day here or there. It's been 20 years.
Yeah.
Since I've been at the gym on a weekly basis with goals of staying after it.
And for me, 2025 has been a pretty shitty year, and I kind of let things go. I kind of stopped lifting weights. I stopped doing cardio. I did, token workout here and there, and just kind of let myself get a little away. And it's kind of heartbreaking because you see videos of me a year ago. Deadlifting almost 500 pounds, squatting 405 pounds, benching 335.
Well, I'll admit, I can look back on when I was lifting in the gym every day of the week or 5 days of the week minimum, 20 years ago or whatever, and I can agree that yes, I lifted way heavier than I do right now. Just getting back into it, we're about 7 weeks in, give or take.
But we're talking a year ago.
But the thing that was the most devastating to me was not actually the amount of weight that I'm not lifting or was lifting. The thing that gets me is it's like it catches up with you. I am one of them people that if I look at a menu, I gain weight. If I'm not actively rigid on my fitness or my nutrition, I gain weight. I just gain weight easy. I'm on a new nutrition plan that's all about lowering cortisol and changing your hormone structure. So we're going to see how that goes. But the biggest thing is 9 years ago, Jenny and I started dating, and I was like 230 pounds, which is not a bad weight for me. It's a little above where I would like to run, but it's not bad. I like being a bigger guy. But I shot well up into the 300s, and you don't notice it because it's every day. You eat something that puts a little on, and then the next thing you know, you're finding yourself not getting off the couch, getting angry with people because they want you to go or do things, and you just to do your job is tough, and you look in the mirror and you're like, who in the hell is that fat?
How did I let myself get here?
How did I get here? It didn't seem like I was doing anything to get me there. But truth is, you were eating like crap, and you weren't doing any more movement than you had to get through a day minimum. So that's where we're at, is just getting back at it again and trying to get it dialed in with diet and exercise and try to get back down to a healthy long-term body.
I'm the type of person who people close to me, you two, Amanda, maybe a kid or two, if you called me out on some bullshit, like, Amanda would never do it. So if I ate a piece of pizza in front of her, she wouldn't say shit.
You gonna eat that whole pie?
But I
But if somebody, that's what I'm saying, if like you three, or maybe Sean and JJ, it said something like, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You don't want to eat that. If somebody calls you out on your bullshit, I think it helps so much.
Well, here's my thing, and this is why I agreed to I think everybody that watches the show knows we're best friends.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Best guy friends. I mean, she's my best girlfriend, or best fiance.
I'm his best friend.
But he's my best friend as far as guys and outside of my relationship goes. And I agreed, and I'm okay with this workout partner situation too, because not only do we get along, we are all into the same kind of stuff. We share so much family stuff and so much co-parenting and all that. But also because accountability.
I'm the accountant.
It's good when you're super disciplined. Like, I'm a super disciplined, rigid person. But in order for me to stay on it without somebody around to kind of push me back towards it, I have to be like crazy strict on it. Like, there's no allowances for any kind of shit unless I know that you or Jenny or somebody will be there to, be like, hey, you got your one day, it's done. Mm-hmm. If they notice me going off track. But the same with you. Like, every time you've done any extra eating or not eating according to what we originally planned for you, or you planned for you, and we discussed, then I like to be like, yo, man, what are you doing, man?
And I've been so right off the bat, our nutrition has been the number one thing that we've approached. We love to eat.
Well, you can build muscle no matter what you eat in the gym, as long as you're eating enough food to build.
It's healthy that we're going.
How small you get weight and waist wise is based off your diet. I think any fitness person out there that is shooting honest with you will tell you diet 90% of it.
At least 90.
Movement is the other.
Yeah.
But 90% of it is diet, and it doesn't matter if you're lifting weights, running, cardio only, hot biking, whatever it is, you're going to lose weight if your diet's right.
Yeah.
If your diet's wrong, you're just doing activities, you will tone up, you will lose a little weight perhaps, but nothing significant.
So for me, I've drastically reduced the amount that I eat.
Yes.
My main goal, primarily between when we started in the first of the year, is way lower calories, monitoring what I eat, and keeping below, enough to lose weight.
Well,
I haven't weighed myself. I don't care about the number. I care about other things.
Right.
But primarily, it's been eating whole foods and staying away from processed foods, and just drastically reducing the amount that I eat.
I scale a lot, and it doesn't bother me. Some people can't scale a lot. It depresses them. Some people don't care about the number to begin with. They care about how they look or how they feel or how their clothes fit. And I love all those things too, but I am a numbers guy. I like seeing the number, and it doesn't always go down. So if you're weak, then you want to do it every 2 to 3 months or something. It doesn't bother me. It just helps motivate me. Like, this is. It reminds me that this is a daily struggle. Every day needs to be your best day. Every day you need to stay on focus, because if not, you went up a pound since yesterday and you didn't do anything wrong. It's just water weight. It's just life.
Yep.
It's just you need to exit something from your body, whatever. It happens. And then you learn that this is my 5-pound range. I go up and down within this 5-pound range every day. Every day is a different day. I go up and down 3 to 5 pounds. What is my number consistently, so that I know, like, all right, I used to run at this range, now I run at this range. So this is kind of my actual weight. Not what I stepped on the scale that day, but I run in a 5-pound gap, so I'm, let's say 320, 325 in weight, which I'm not, by the way, but let's just say that 320, 325 is my weight instead of 372 and a quarter.
Ooh, a quarter!
I don't do that because it fluctuates every day. You're up or down 4 to 5 pounds. But today's show isn't actually about our nutrition and diet, which we've kind of got sidetracked on.
Just wanted to touch base on
which we will maybe do a show on that, because there's a lot involved, especially the way my diet is, and even all our supplements.
We'll come up with a show of our entire plan.
Right now, we're going to talk about things at the gym that can either make you laugh, make you angry, that you absolutely hate,
just
or you just think is just ridiculous or silly or whatever.
So I want to start off with this one, just something that doesn't annoy me and something that I find hilarious. All right, so some days we ride there to the gym, and sometimes we drive. We go very early on Wednesday and Thursday because of work schedule, so we're not riding our motorcycles, we're driving.
Yeah, it's too loud to wake up.
It's just, there's no reason to wake everybody up.
Yeah.
But when you get to the gym, and yeah, we park in, whenever we turn in.
There's a handful of guys that come to the gym, they park up on the sidewalk, which we talked to the gym staff. We said, hey, is it cool we park on the sidewalk? Because that's what a lot of bikers do. It keeps the bike out of the weather. Also, it's easy to find parking. You don't have to park out there and hope
someone's not going to open the door and knock your shit over.
And he said, yeah, we don't have a problem with it. The gym doesn't, but the owner of the plaza doesn't like it, and he could possibly have you towed. So we've just decided to not go against what the plaza wants. We just park in the parking lot. It's, it is what it is. If they don't want it, I don't want to be offensive to them for no reason other than just my own laziness.
Right. And so that's one thing. But the thing that I find hilarious, so when we pull up, we turn down and we park in whatever parking space is open. When we have the bikes, we usually park a little further away. But what I think is hilarious is people who are driving up and down the lanes or the parking areas to find the closest parking space to the gym.
And a closer parking spot.
You're going to the gym to work out.
It's like, I'm going to go into an hour of cardio, but I need
I'm not gonna
10 steps from the door. I don't do 15.
And like when I used to go to LA Fitness, I would park far away from everybody and walk in.
But to be take the other side. I don't think that the people that are trying to get close parking are being lazy or thinking, oh, I want to be close and I want to be all the way out in the lot. I think it's more this. I think it's just so ingrained in us to get front row, to get front seat, to get to the front of the line in our societal life that it just spills over no matter what you do, even going to the gym.
Yeah, but you make that, it starts before you get there. The mindset. And that's something that we work on all the time, but you're going to the gym. If you're going to the gym to get healthy, park further back in the damn parking lot anyway.
Let's be honest here, and just to be honest, we go right now, we're starting out at Planet Fitness. Cheap gym, can go in all the time, it's easy to do. Eventually we will have to upgrade to a gym that allows us the weights that we'll need to be able to do what we're doing, because we're already on a few things starting to get to where we're at the top of the weight level. Eventually we're going to need more, like on the straight bar they don't have like Olympic bars with plates.
They don't have a bench. They said they're putting in squat racks
machines. They say that, and we'll see how it goes in, but they have fixed barbells, so they have curl bars and straight bars, but they're fixed with set weights, and they only go to 6 pounds. So if you're doing anything more than 60 pounds for an exercise, you got to move to a Smith machine or a cable machine. So eventually we will want to probably move into more of a fitness bodybuilding style gym where we have now I would love to go back to my old gym. I liked it there, even though I didn't do a lot of time there, but it has closed.
And I'm gonna rock it.
San Quentin?
Yeah, a little pumping iron with the boys. No, Avenue D, baby. No, I don't know anything about prison. I'm joking.
Look at him. You know he knows.
Yeah, but no, I used to go to Gold's out in St. Lucie West, and I really dug that gym. Yeah, it's now closed. I don't know the one in Stewart, but I'm not driving to Stewart every day.
No, I mean you got LA, you got Anytime.
The closest I can get to my house is better for me, because that means I can go longer and more often and not have to worry about weather or anything, especially if I'm on the bike. But I definitely want to get my weight under control. All right, moving on.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And this is my favorite. We should probably save this for last.
Yeah.
But this has been the biggest pet peeve I have since I've rejoined the gym.
Yep.
Is the DBMC.
The what?
Crew.
Yes.
I don't know if you have this at your gym. It's not specific to any certain gym.
Every gym has it.
And ours, it's a group of fellas. And they're friends, they're buddies, they work together.
They know each other somehow.
Somehow they're all connected.
They give former military, police officer that vibe.
I don't know if they are or not, so I'm not going to go there. But they do this noise that when they come in, that we call the DBMC, which is the douchebag mating call.
Yep.
And they do it as a group, and they do it back and forth to each other, and it's distracting to all the other people working out. Because you're in the middle of a count or a set or a focus, you're focusing in to try to get that extra heavy weight that day, and you hear this screech out across
And
the
it's
gym.
loud. It's not
Well, it's got to
quiet.
be loud enough they can get from the back where people are lifting all the way to the door. They do it when they first walk
as soon
in
as
the
somebody
front
walks
door.
in.
And it just, every time it makes you go,
It's like, oh my. Well, it's got to the point where at first it was annoying. Now we
funny.
we laugh at
It's
it.
funny.
Especially since we gave it a name.
It's funny.
But you see it all the time. Like at other gyms, somebody will be like, yo, you know, like no matter where you go, there's always
whatever.
there's always this group of people who are way louder and get super crazy when they see that they're people. And we call it, no matter what gym you're in, no matter what you know what we're talking about.
There's some gyms
DBMC.
and it's funny because I've been in gyms that are very bodybuilder gyms, and that kind of behavior doesn't seem to catch you off guard or be as in your face as it is at a quieter. And this is a problem that I notice across gym boards everywhere. Almost all gyms, except for a handful, are becoming quieter and more respectful and more low-key, which is fine. I don't mind at all. I'm not a super noisy person to begin with. But when you have that, then the people that come in that are, you know, really feeling it, they're so abrasive that it does take your attention away. When everybody's kind of noisy and plates are banging and people are lifting and there's some grunting, you know, and stuff like that, you don't notice the hoo-hoos and the what-whats.
Yeah.
You know, you just keep doing your thing. But when it's quiet, like a mouse, and all of a sudden you hear hoo-hoo,
Hoo-da-hoo, and loud as shit.
like, come on, bro. I was in the middle of something. I don't even know where I'm at now. Where are we?
In fact, I'm going to let that lead us into the next thing, which is dropping weights.
Oh.
Okay, so if we're talking about deadlifts, bumper plates, stuff like that, look, there are times when you're using dumbbells, and I'm talking about heavy dumbbells, and you're knocking them out, and you're done. You lost it. And you drop it.
My opinion on dropping weights is if you have bumper plates, it's what they're made for.
Yes.
If you don't, then you only drop plates to save injury.
Yep.
If you can calmly set it on the ground like you have some decency about you, then do it. Now, if you're in the middle of something and that's all you have, then by all means pitch. Not only because of the noise, which doesn't bother me as much.
No.
On dumbbells and barbells.
On dumbbells and
that.
especially bumper
But
plates.
It
damages the equipment.
It damages the equipment. How many times have you been in the gym and they got 150 pounder or 125 or 130? Well, 25 never. But you know what I'm saying? They have one heavy plate or one heavy dumbbell, but not the other. It's because they've thrown down so many times that it's literally broken the welds.
A perfect example is we have the Easy Curl Bar, 60-pound Easy Curl Bar. And when you're curling it, you curl it up and they're supposed to be fixed. They turn, they spin.
And they squeak and they draw
Loud as
everyone's
shit.
attention because every rep is like...
Yep.
Anyway, but that's a whole different side. That's fix your shit, Jim.
Yeah.
I mean, you should
But
be making it
unless it's bumper plates, and unless you're bailing, and damn sure.
But just a drop for every set. That's just, come on.
There was a guy in there. He had like 245s on the Easy Curl Bar, and he was curling them not properly. He was throwing his body back and not really curling
he dropped
it.
them from like 3 feet every time.
He threw it now.
This same guy.
Yeah,
that
I
we
was
noticed,
just about to
the
say.
same guy that we noticed did one thing that is even a bigger pet peeve to me because I can tolerate throwing weights way more. That's the gym that should be getting on you about tearing their shit up. But what really bothers me is when they're doing it on the cable machine.
Yep.
When you're using cable machines and you let that weight drop from like 2 feet.
Yeah, sitting there doing lat pull downs and then just drop it. Now
it's bad on the machines, it's bad on those cables. You risk somebody else coming along behind you and injuring themselves.
Yep. Now it happens from time to time. I use wrist wraps a lot when I go heavy, but like it happens from time to time where you lose your grip. Yeah, and when you do, you're like, shit, I'm sorry. You know,
There's
you're
a difference
embarrassed.
between accidental dropping,
Then a
which
douchebag
everybody's heard,
throwing
then
shit.
every set they do at the end, it's like 3 reps, 5 reps, and drop.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's like, you just need to lower your weight. If you can't control it enough to finish your exercise, then you're probably lifting too much.
And plus, that guy had
Especially on cable.
a douchebaggy attitude. He was like mean mugging.
He was bringing us into our next segment, cell phones.
Yes. He
was on that phone nonstop.
all the time. All right, so cell phones. I use my cell phone during a workout to log the exercises. I have an app, Jeffit, Jefit, and I track all the workouts. I track everything we do, weights, reps, everything. All right, we're gonna take a pause and switch it over. All right, cell phone usage. We had to fix a camera issue. So, but I'm talking, he uses it for work on certain days where he has to, and I get that. But what I'm talking about cell phone usage is there's signs all over our gym, at least. Let's say go to the lobby for phone calls.
I have two problems with cell phone usage. One is if somebody's on it for long term while they're sitting on their gym equipment or at least got their stuff on the equipment where it's locked up and blocked up and unusable, and yet they're completely social media or texting. Drives me nuts. Do that shit in the lobby, do that shit after your workout, do your workout, take a break, go do it, come back, whatever. The other thing is phone calls on equipment.
Oh my God.
If it's a 2-second emergency call, or you pick it up because it's an emergency as you're walking towards the lobby or away, I'm fine with that. But when you sit there on a piece of equipment or anything else, people are trying to work out, listen to music, do their own thing, have their own vibe, maybe chat with their workout partner or whatever, and you're just rattling on about the 2-plex plan, whatever. Just stop.
The worst one, I think a week ago, there was a lady on the cables. She was doing cables, she put her phone up, and it was a video chat. And she wasn't wearing headphones, nothing. She was doing the workout while talking on the phone, on a video.
Well, she was important people, Jeffrey.
She was talking about some guy named Mark. And I remember that for some fucking reason.
Run, Mark. Run. Anyway.
But, you know, if you're going to use, and that gets right into the next thing is...
the next two go together.
Yeah. Well, which one?
Well, you got people who stare, right?
Yep.
And people who stare and people who think you're looking at them. So people who are overly sensitive to people looking at them, and then people who actually creepy stare.
Right.
There's a difference.
I got a story. I was at LA Fitness one day and I was working out. So there are two LA Fitnesses I go to. One I call the Instagram, where there's a bunch of young people who go work out.
Are you two-time in Planet Fitness?
Are you fucking cheating on me?
No, I said used to. You know I used to.
Okay.
No. Planet Fitness is, I might have to start going to LA Fitness to get deadlifts in. Anyway, I was there working out. Like I tell you, I use the app to record my, the sets, everything that I do. So I was sitting there. I think I was either squatting or it was bench press. I can't remember. And I would do a set, take out my phone, log my entry, put it away. And all of a sudden, a staff member came up and said, "Hey, can I talk to you?" And I'm like, "Sure." And he's like, "We've had a couple complaints." And I'm like, immediately, the first thing I do when somebody says there's a complaint or something, I smell myself. I'm like, "No, I don't stink." I'm like, "What's up?" And he said that somebody claims I was taking pictures of them. And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, that after a set you took out your phone and took a picture of them." And I was confused. I was like, I don't even know what. I take my headphones out because now I'm being accused of something. And I'm like, I log, and I showed him my log, and he goes, "Oh, well, that explains it. I'll just tell her to mind her own business."
I would have showed him my log, and then if you really want to go a step further, show him your camera roll.
Yeah.
There's nothing in there, bro. I ain't taking pictures of anybody, especially not a fat heifer. And I said that loud as possible.
It's just, everybody has this worry, especially larger people who maybe have never gone to the gym or for the first time. They're always concerned that, people are going to look at me, people are going to make fun of me.
Nobody cares, bro.
The only time I look at somebody is if they're on a piece of equipment that I want to work on.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I just need you to move. Or to finish. I don't care what you're doing. And that brings me into the other part, which is people who do stare too long. Now, you know they're out there. We all see them. And
old guys,
I've had
especially.
it. You know, you're at the gym, you're working out, and you look up, and every time you look up, some other dude, typically dudes, are just hard staring down your workout. Now it's like, I don't know if you're looking because you're amazed that such a fat ass can lift weights or move, or you're amazed that I'm lifting as much as I am. I don't know why you're staring, or even maybe you're doing that whole thing that we know happens in the gym, the 20-yard stare.
And we're about to get into that next.
Okay. Well, we'll just go straight into it.
Yeah.
Where you're into such a big, deep thought about what you're doing, the weight you want to do, something about your workout, that you literally look like you're staring at someone.
That's me.
But if they move and catch your attention, they can clearly see you weren't even looking at them. You were focused.
Everybody has something they do in the middle of sets.
Yeah, it's a dead stare.
I have the disassociative stare. We will be in the middle of a set and I'll just be like staring off. And you know, they have jokes on Instagram and stuff like that where they're standing in front of a guy just breathing and it looks like you're looking right at him, and reality, you're just gone. Your mind is empty. You're just looking off into space.
Well, now to move on to a topic that gets me is let me see how it's worded. It's the wipe down your ass sweat. Now we have rules at the gym or signs up everywhere. Please wipe down equipment. They got paper towel wipe down stations and all that. So you do, you know, but
most people don't. If you pay attention, most people don't wipe their shit down.
Today when we went to use the bench and we were doing the superset, there was like a grease spot from someone's head that I had to go get spray and a paper towel, and I had to work that bitch for a minute to get that shine out, to get all that grease up off that head.
Now
I was like, what the hell was in their hair?
I am a sweater,
or is this?
And I need to be better at bringing a towel. I bring a hoodie and I put the hood up when
I've given him a nickname
stuff.
at the gym.
Snail Boy.
Snail Trail.
But we always wipe our equipment down after every use. I have some of my own equipment that I bring that we use.
Yeah, we bring some of our own hand grips.
You always wipe down the equipment.
Yes.
And it drives me crazy that somebody goes to the gym. My two pet peeves in the gym are wipe your fucking equipment down and put the weights away.
Yeah, non-re-rackers annoy everybody.
Just drives me crazy. The one time I can recall not racking my weights is when I hurt my back on a squat and I had to ask somebody to do it for me.
Yeah.
And that leads to the biggest issue that I ever will have in a gym. Unsolicited advice.
Oh yeah, this is the one that no matter... Excuse me.
He's dying.
I can live with everything else we've talked about. It's annoying. It's frustrating. Everybody hates it. But the one thing that's really hard to live with for me and keep my mouth shut is unsolicited gym advice.
It was when we were, I think 2-3 weeks in, we were doing lat pull downs. And I mean, look, we both are overweight. We're big guys, but we both know what we're doing in the gym.
We have good form. We're very strong.
And we do things properly. We're doing things, you know, every once in a while you'll see us do an exercise and, you know, maybe you might not know what it's for, and if you come up and ask, that's one thing. But we're doing lat pull downs. We're not doing them basic. We're not doing them heavy. We're using the correct form. We're bringing our shoulders back, bringing them down, doing everything we're supposed to do to hit our lats. And a guy walks up to us. The guy was bigger than us, had no muscle tone, had obviously not a gym guy, and it's Planet Fitness, so you're not dealing with.
And it's funny, he wants to tell us how we're doing the exercise wrong. It's not hitting the muscles we think it's hitting,
and he doesn't even know what muscles it's hitting.
Yeah, and
it's like your shoulders, and it's like no.
Proceeds to tell us how he's been working out forever. And I'm like, dude, if you've been in here more than 6 months, I'll give you 6 months, and you still look like that, you're doing it wrong.
If you're gonna give advice,
well, first off, just in case it doesn't make sense what we were just saying and what we're now saying, battery died, or the card filled up on the camera and it didn't auto switch to the second card, which I'm guessing it wasn't quite installed all the way. So we had a few minutes of technical difficulty.
I'm gonna have fun editing this one.
So
All right, so getting back to it. If you're going to give unsolicited gym advice, one, if you're going to tell me something I'm doing wrong, you better look like you know what the fuck you're saying.
If you're giving unsolicited gym advice, you better be in such good shape that I will believe whatever you say and take it and be serious about it. Don't roll up at me if you're... I wouldn't listen to me.
No.
Tell somebody I didn't know how to work out. Like if I'm telling you, you know me. I know you. I know what we've done and that we know what we're doing. But anybody else, I wouldn't expect them to believe me. I'm just some old fat guy.
Yeah. Now, if you came up the right way, it's like, hey, there's an old trick that we learned back in the day, back when I was fit, to help. Like that one guy with the shoulder press. Yeah. But even don't do that. Don't do that unless you look like you should.
Not only that, there's ways to roll up to someone.
Oh yeah.
And coming up to them and saying, "Hey guys, I don't mean to bother you, but you're doing it wrong."
Yeah.
You're doing this all wrong. You're doing nothing for yourself. That is not the way to come up. Now, to come up and say, "Hey, you know what? I do this or work out a little different. What do you guys think of this?" And just explain. I mean, there's ways of doing it where you're like more receptive to the info than you're doing it wrong. You're wasting your time.
Are you doing that for back? That's not how you do it. Motherfucker, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it was just bad.
The second thing is if either I'm gonna hurt or somebody's gonna hurt themselves or hurt somebody else. Yeah. There was a time when I saw some kids, well I say kids, but over when I was in Iraq, and they were young soldiers and they were doing shoulder presses with their arms out here with dumbbells. And I'm like, and I tried to tell them, I'm like, hey, keep your arms over your shoulder, you're gonna hurt yourself. I didn't say it that way, but I said it in a proper way. And they said, okay, we know what we're doing. I said, all right, that was it. Moved on.
Stress on your shoulder.
And the kid hurt himself. And they rushed out. Hey, if they don't listen, fine. If they're risking other people, that's a different story. But those are the two reasons why it would be okay to interfere. And don't interfere in the middle of a fucking set.
True.
All right.
You always wait until somebody's not involved in whatever they're focused on. I think we've covered almost all of it, except for the one that we're saving for last, or we'll touch on last. I just think it makes more sense. And
so the last thing we did the dropping weights.
It's the metal versus coated weights.
So we've had this discussion. I don't care what he says. Old metal weights way more.
They do.
They do.
45 pounds is 45 pounds,
no.
Jeffrey.
The rest
of it's just psychological.
Old metal weights contain the blood, sweat, and tears of all before you poured into it.
Yeah, okay.
That's just we've got, just like, what's heavier, a pound of feathers or a pound of lead?
They're both a pound.
No, the souls of the birds that you rip the feathers out of make the feathers heavier.
Anyway, I don't like mismatched weights. I don't like a metal 45 and a rubber coated 45. Now I can do it because we know it's 45 is 45.
OCD motherfucker over here.
But I don't like the way it looks. And what's even worse is if you put a 45 and then you put 220s and a 5.
Okay,
that is annoying.
I've never seen a 20
it's the same weight, but in my head it just says it has to be off balance somehow.
Yeah, so like you see it, people post it all over. They'll put they'll do 100 pounds on one side and then they'll put 10 pounds
you did something today that my OCD would never let me do, and it irritated the shit out of me when you were doing it. And two different things. And two different things.
As soon as I felt the first one, because I know what one of them you're talking about, I thought I was off balance. I'm like, why? Oh man, I'm not.
He was
centered.
on one side and I was on the other. He didn't put the plate on, and I put the other plate on the other side because of what he did the last set. And he didn't say, "Oh, I'm going to change it," or "Hey, don't put the 10 on."
That was yesterday or the day before.
Yesterday.
When you dropped it on your foot?
No, I'm talking close grip.
Yeah.
When you did the lift with 10 pounds more on
10
one
pounds
side,
more on the left side. Yeah,
it was 10 pounds. Right?
And yeah, it was. It was 10 pounds, and I thought I was off. I thought I was off centered. It was
25s.
No, they were 10. Positive.
It looked softly big.
Positive it's 10.
Whatever. So he was off weight. He was offside.
And I thought I just moved the bench when I sat down, was doing the close
And I'm
grip.
like, did you realize you were 10 pounds lighter on this
And I was
side?
like, well, that makes sense.
Other thing that because that's just a screw up. You should have been paying more attention, but you were lifting heavy and whatever.
What else did I do?
When you had two, all right, we were working out and you had 245s. And then I thought 25s, maybe they were 10s, I don't know. So it was 245s, 2 plates. And then you added weight. Like it was 25s. It was me. I was working out and I had, right? And I had the 245s and maybe they were 10s. Maybe I had 2 10s on for when I was doing my set. And then you went to your set, which is obviously he lifts a lot more than I do. And you put the other 245s on. You sandwiched them.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of pulling the small weight off and putting the large weight on, putting the small weight back on, you just sandwiched them on. And it makes sense. I know that logically it makes sense. It doesn't change the weight. He's going to pull those back off when it's my set again anyway. Because for me just getting back at it, that's the level I'm at.
You know, I know exactly what you're saying now. Yeah.
Gets under my OCD skin.
Yeah, because there's certain exercises, especially like benches, especially with barbells, where you're going to be taking the weights on and off and stuff. You just make it easier to take off.
Yeah, you go the least.
And I get exactly what he's saying now. Now I remember what you're saying.
It's like,
but and I knew as soon as I did it, I'm like, ooh, this is going to drive him nuts.
I was able to look away. I just did my circling, which we forgot to talk about. Circle.
Yeah. The other thing is when we put the weights on machines and stuff like that, you need them lined up. And you like the holes lined up and stuff. Me, I'm like, throw them bitches on there. I don't care. I'm just lifting.
It's only if I'm standing around long enough to look at it. If I'm just throwing one and go get my workout on and get off the bench, then I'm fine. But if it's going to sit there for a while, my OCD kicks in. I'm like, why aren't these handle grips all lined up? It doesn't make sense. What's wrong with you people?
And then the last thing we'll touch on is something our producer wanted to add, so we'll go ahead and touch on it. Is people's excessive shit in the gym.
Yes.
I have a bag. I have a phone.
Has a bigger problem with it than I do.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't mind if you bring a backpack in and you have your phone.
A
and you have your
backpack,
drink
that's
bottle.
one item with all your stuff in it. But not a backpack. Instead, you have your phone, your headphones, your water bottle, your towel.
But I watched someone today.
You moved into the gym
I watched
and
someone
you put it
today.
in an aisle where people are walking.
And it was distracting because it catches your attention. And it was trying to fight a duffel bag or a backpack under the bench, plus a jacket, plus a water bottle, and the jacket wouldn't go because the water bottle was blocking the way. It was it was distracting and annoying. It's like, just put your shit all in the backpack, lady. It's just that simple. Put it all in there. Got one thing to carry around. Whatever.
Now, me, I would say the bigger pet peeve for me is people who... I don't have a problem with recording in a gym necessarily, depending on how busy it is.
Are where they kick the fucking camera stand over or
now,
tripod.
If you're recording in a gym and somebody walks through and you give an attitude, fuck you. You're in a gym where everybody else is trying to get their workout in and you're in the fucking way. There's a couple people who are really cool about it, but with the excessive stuff, man, I'm jumping around. I've got the ADHD thing going on right now. If you have a bunch of shit and you put it on a piece of equipment and disappear, and you're sitting there wanting to use that piece of equipment, and 10 minutes later you're not back, I'm pushing your shit off and using it. Sorry. Don't care. It's just we're in an area, everybody's trying to do their thing, everybody's trying to work out. Be a good fucking person. Just be cool. If somebody wants to work in with you, let them work in. If you're trying to be a douchebag like we were today and use 2 pieces of equipment and someone says, are you using one of them? Just move to the one and be like, okay.
We did the right thing. We were supersetting. No, we
did the right thing.
Shit at all. We went in and we did a superset on a bench press and curl thing where we used the same bar for both exercises. Well, it wasn't bench press; it was tricep. But anyway,
skull crushers.
We used the same weight for both exercises because it's the max weight they have for that. And then we went over to another one where we were doing close.
We were doing close grip bench press on the Smith, and we were going to do overhead curls.
Right, but as I was setting it up, I mean, I already set it up, got it to the right height, got the weight where I thought we needed it, put the handle grip on it, and then a guy comes up and goes, "Hey, you guys using this?" And at first, I wanted to say yes we are, but I am one of them people that if you're supersetting and somebody else is there, just let it slide.
Pick one and let them take it.
you can still hit it. Yeah, it throws you off. But you also came to the gym on a busy day. That's kind of on you. There's times of the day when you can come where there's no crowds and you don't have to worry about whether you want to tie 6 machines up because nobody's there. So we did the right thing. I pulled our personal handle grip off and put the original back on, and he did his thing, and when he was done he said thank you and let us know, and we went, and then we used it for what we wanted to work out on it.
So, I mean, it just goes back to the same thing. Just be a good person, treat people with respect, don't be an asshole. And if you're doing something that somebody else thinks is being an asshole, just don't be.
Yes. Now, in finalizing, we're going to talk about Planet Fitness for a second here. I believe, now I have no proof of this, but I believe, judging by the holes on the wall and the fact that it never goes off, that they got rid of the lunk alarms.
At least ours got rid of the lunk alarm.
They do not talk to people about wearing overly athletic-y, muscly, or sleeveless shirts. We actually had a guy in there the other day that had no shirt. And nobody said anything. We had the guy that was slamming. All this stuff we talked about today has happened at our local Planet Fitness, too. He was slamming weights around. Nobody came and said shit. We get stares, we get weirdos, we get the whole nine, and nobody does anything. So that of Planet Fitness is a thing of the past, apparently.
Hopefully.
Or at least at ours, which is fine, because that's the one I work out at. But man, it'd suck if we went somewhere else. The other thing they seem to have gone away with, but I'm not 100% because we work out at different times of the day, so we're not. I don't know if that was only an evening
certain times,
because the only time I ever saw it was in the evenings when I used to go with my brother for that week or whatever we worked out. Went out to the other one, and they had pizza day at the gym. It was a pet peeve. I hated it. It literally, that and donut pissed me off.
It was terrible.
It's like, I'm there to work out. I've obviously got a food issue problem, or I wouldn't be there to work out to begin with.
It's a gym, and they're trying to take advantage of it.
I'm trying to come in and do my work, and I got a guy on the treadmill in front of me, or on the bike, eating a piece of pizza while he's leisurely taking a ride down the Sunset Way.
Now, and I mean,
mechanical bike. It's wrong.
I get the idea of, you get what you pay for. You go to the gym, you go to that you accept. Planet Fitness has always been like a little bit of a joke kind of gym, where you go, the old people go, you go for cardio.
They call it a gym, do they? They call it
a fitness center.
Because it's meant more for just staying fit.
Except they're moving away from it now.
I see that because our Planet Fitness is moving in squat racks
and platforms,
platforms,
deadlift platform.
So I'm really excited about that to see how it all pans out, because apparently our people that own this one or whatever it is are trying to bring it into a more bodybuilder
fitness
kind of thing. And last, that they still have, the last thing on that list of shit
Tootsie Rolls.
It doesn't belong in the gym is Tootsie Rolls. Now, I don't mind them there because you never know. You might have somebody who's got low blood sugar and boom, there it is.
And I mean,
I don't think it needs to be out on display. I don't personally eat them. I think it's kind of stupid to have candy on the counter at a gym. But they've also moved it away from the front counter. It's now on a side counter where you can sit and wait before you walk out the door.
If you're in a bodybuilding or a strongman gym where carbohydrates and sugars are part of your nutrition plan, because a lot of people do it. There's carbohydrate mixes that people drink for the powerful workout.
That Tootsie Roll ain't gonna do
It's
that.
Planet
Well, that's
Fitness.
what I'm saying. If you're going to go to a gym and you're working out with guys who that is their style of lifting, where they need a mid-set candy bar, they have a bag with their own shit in it. That's a guy, like my kids were in some swim, especially Bree. She would go to a swim meet with everything she needed. Which is snacks, fruit, everything to keep her from cramping, all kinds of different drinks and all that, specifically for what she was doing to keep her from cramping, keep her, her athletic ability up. And I get that. If you're a power lifter and you got to hit 10,000 calories and you're going in, you're working out, and you're draining 300, 400 calories in a half hour, then yeah, you got to kind of re-add to be able to keep doing those. Yeah. 800
But you bring your own, and it's not going to be fucking Tootsie Rolls.
Relying on they would pick that whole fucking bucket up and take it back to the bench with them
and eat them after each set.
Yeah, just.
But luckily, Planet Fitness has gone away from it, thank God.
It does seem like they're starting to become more of just a regular gym where pretty much anything goes, as long as, maybe over the top. But I haven't seen them yell anybody about anything.
Nothing. But we are enjoying it so far. We're quickly approaching a point where we're gonna outgrow it.
Yes. I'd say maybe another 6 months if we stretched it as long. Maybe not.
I'd say 3.
No, there's some things. No, there's some things that in the next month we won't be able to do. Yeah. Because it'll be too late. But as far as an overall gym where we can work out, it'd be probably closer to 6 months.
Luckily,
the cable machines.
The one thing Planet Fitness does very well are the machines.
Yeah.
There's a lot of machines that you can use that you can take advantage to grow muscle, work on your form. You're not working on your the muscles, like the stabilization muscles and the accessory muscles, but you're able to work out really hard.
It's also going to depend on what they do with this new squat rack area and all this stuff and dumbbells and what that'll open up as far as weights and availability or ability to do. But
looking forward to it.
I think other than a few things, I really wish they'd bring in larger size. If they would just run their dumbbells all the way up to hundreds.
Yep.
Bring their preset dumbbells up to a minimum of 75, if not a full 100. You would find that I would have no reason to ever go to another gym.
100 pounds is enough.
Would be enough. 100 pounds is anything I care to lift it per arm at my age. I'm not trying to be the next Dorian Yates, Ronnie Coleman.
I would like to go a little bit above it, but I also have issues with things over 100 pounds. I have a mental block on it. But I mean, I like to do heavy. I always picture myself putting like 110, 120, kicking them up and hitting myself in the face. I don't know why. It's just always been a concern of mine. Now, if I'm being handed those weights, I don't have a problem with it.
I never had a problem back when I could bench 100-pound dumbbells, which I don't anymore. But when I could, I had no problem getting them up. Now, occasionally you'll rep out to the point where you need help putting them down because you don't want to throw 100 pounds to the ground. That is loud, and
you risk hurting.
Even the gym I used to go to, they didn't have signs, they didn't preach it, but they would ask you, look, if you're lifting heavy, please don't throw the weights. They're hard to keep from breaking the heads off of them. They're very expensive, and so we did. Even all the big guys, they would all have somebody there that they could hand off to if they needed to, or they would learn to set them down as an overlay where you take them to the ground and set them down as gently as you can, just not let them drop from bench level.
I would like to do heavy barbell press, bench presses, deadlifts, squats. Everything else I'm fine with, but those 3 I'd really like to do.
Yeah,
really like them. Plus, it makes me feel good. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I used to feel like I was, this is badass when I walk in and grab them 100 pounds, especially since my workout partner was behind me and I was the stronger of the two.
See, for me, it doesn't have.
It was impressive to be able to pick it up.
For me, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be anything to do with that. I just the gym is my happy place, and my mind goes numb when I'm lifting weights, and I like lifting them heavy.
Not sure I buy all of that, but I can accept it for what it is.
I mean, you see me in the gym, I kind of go fucking numb.
I have a theory that people that lift heavy like to know that people know they lift heavy because that's kind of the point of lifting ridiculously heavy.
I just love lifting heavy shit. I just love it.
All right.
Anyway.
No, I loved lifting heavy back when I did. Not that I have to keep going on this. I loved it. But I also, knew that it was impressive, and I liked it when people noticed.
And the one thing that I hope, I look forward to and hope is somebody eventually one day asking me if I take steroids. I would love for somebody to ask me. I will give them a big hug.
That's a weird one.
Yeah, because I don't take steroids. So that means you worked as hard as I did to get where I got, that somebody feels like asking me. I would enjoy that.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Got a little weird there at the end. Apologize for that.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know about your gym stuff. Let us know where you're at, and ring the bell. And we'll get back to you next time. I hope you enjoyed our rant. Peace out.
Camera angle's weird.
I like it. I like